He's now looking at 13 months behind bars. Since then, there's been organised protests across the country in London, Manchester, Leeds. People in their thousands are marching for Robinson's release. That's Tommy Robinson. You might have seen him here or more recently online. In late May, Robinson was arrested outside Leeds Court. That very same day, he was sent to jail.
Why are visitors to Tommy Robinson forced to sign gag orders? What's really happening behind those prison walls that the authorities don't want us to know? As Elon Musk throws his weight behind Robinson's cause, the pressure is mounting on the UK justice system. Are we witnessing the unraveling of a carefully crafted narrative?
Don't tell.
In 2009, Tommy Robinson set up the English Defence League, or better known as the EDL.
There is no problem with West Indian youth. There is no problem with Sikh youth.
EDL was a counter-organisation to what they saw as the threat posed by Islamist extremism in their hometown, and it grew very, very rapidly across the UK.
Robinson live-streamed the defendants walking into court. He also spoke about the case and filmed inside the court's entrance. Because of this video, he was given a 3-month jail sentence.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favour. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. The former English Defence League leader, Tommy Robinson, was involved in a previous scandal. Robinson's provocative remarks against immigration and Islam have led to his imprisonment for contempt of court.
It was suspended for 18 months as long as he didn't commit any more offences. Fast forward a year, and now Tommy Robinson is outside a trial in Leeds, and this time he appears to do the same thing again.
This time he was arrested and he was immediately jailed for 13 months in relation to the original crime back at Canterbury.
Caused a breach of peace. I'm being arrested.
It's an issue of free speech.
And we are here to tell the world, and the UK government in particular, free Tommy Robinson.
He was imprisoned in 2018 for an incident in which he was observed live streaming outside a courtroom, potentially jeopardizing the trial's legitimacy. There are more reasons to be suspicious besides the fact that Robinson is incarcerated. The setting in which he is being held is what counts. Robinson is reportedly being detained in solitary confinement at the moment, a form of punishment often reserved for the most severe offenders. This harsh treatment has prompted the debate of whether the punishment is appropriate for the offence. The authorities claim that Robinson's notoriety necessitates these extreme measures. They claim that because of his controversial reputation and prominent profile, further security measures are required. But criticism adopts a different approach. They question whether someone is attempting to silence dissenting opinions by using the legal system as a weapon.
Thousands of people have taken part in a far-right protest in central London this afternoon, led by activist Tommy Robinson. There's also been an anti-racist counter-protest nearby.
Well, Tommy Robinson, the far-right activist, had been urging his supporters for weeks to turn out today. He said it would be the biggest day of his. He said that this would be a day when the world would finally listen to their voice. Their main chant was one of, "We want our country back."
Presenting Elon Musk, the infamously disruptive billionaire businessman, Musk's decision to contribute his considerable influence to Robinson's campaign surprised many. However, why did the world's richest man get involved in this contentious British case? Musk only needed to send one tweet about Robinson's solitary confinement to notice. Musk retaliated with a startling admission that completely upended the UK elite. He referred to Tommy Robinson as a political prisoner. Musk only needed to say those 3 words to ignite the conversation. They call into question the official narrative surrounding Robinson's treatment and imprisonment. Since Musk has a global platform and power, No one can afford to ignore or disrespect this message. The elite of the UK is currently in a vulnerable position. Because of Musk's involvement, Robinson's predicament has gained international attention, making it more challenging to maintain the status quo. It has raised troubling questions about the freedom of speech, the treatment of controversial individuals, and the potential for abuse of the legal system. As this odd partnership between Musk and Robinson develops, the discussion around Tommy Robinson has undergone tremendous transformation. How the UK government would respond to this unexpected challenge from a major world power is the next question. Elon Musk's latest move, which saw him go from tech tycoon to political provocateur, has rocked the UK establishment. However, as the media circus heats up, it is impossible to avoid asking, could this unexpected alliance between Robinson and Musk be the catalyst for a re-examination of justice in the eyes of the public? Musk's assertion that Tommy Robinson is a political prisoner has fundamentally altered the course of the contentious figures debate. The reaction has been swift and explosive, with some applauding Musk's action as a necessary test of the system and others denouncing it as an unwarranted incursion into British politics. Reporters are scrambling to cover the event. The general populace is divided as well. Robinson's supporters have found fresh life in Musk's remark, which they interpret as validation of their long-held beliefs. However, his critics claim that Musk is only empowering a divisive figure by becoming involved. Politicians are also exercising caution because to Musk's global influence, which broadens the scope of the problem. The divergent accounts between officials and Musk's supporters have brought the UK judicial system into the spotlight. Due to Robinson's disproportionate treatment, in comparison to other people facing serious accusations, such Labour councillor Ricky Jones.
The government that's installed are not acting in the best interest of the people. They're not even listening to what the people want. So I want to know what can be done about that, because it seems like you can't vote your way out of it.
It was largely peaceful. It's not over yet, but the police feel that things have gone without any huge incident.
Several have expressed their unease with what appears to be double standards. Many people are reconsidering their opinions about the fairness of the British legal system as a result of it. Musk's involvement is similar to the past times when foreigners have impacted domestic legal issues. It serves as a warning about the power of well-known endorsements to shape public opinion and potentially the course of legal procedures. The UK is being watched closely by everyone, and how it handles this crisis might have a big impact on its standing overseas. Given the high stakes, many people are unsure if Musk's intervention will change Robinson's course of treatment. Let's examine his report on solitary imprisonment, not to mention reconsidering his argument. The government is in a tough spot. They have to choose how to respond to this unexpected threat from a significant international figure while maintaining their standing. It could have gone any way before Musk's shocking accusation that Robinson is a political prisoner changed the situation. Instead of only focusing on the detention of one man, it has developed into a case study on how social media affects real justice and politics. This situation highlights the shifting power dynamics in our interconnected modern society. Given that even a billionaire's tweet has the ability to weaken a country's legal system, we are left to question where true power lies in this digital age. As this story unfolds, it is becoming increasingly evident that the intersection of social media, politics, and justice will never be the same. Elon Musk's involvement in Tommy Robinson's case has brought attention to how social media may challenge established structures. This incident challenges the fundamental tenets of justice and free speech in the contemporary digital age, rather than being restricted to a particular contentious figure. If a billionaire tweets anything, does that really matter? If so, what does this portend for the future of democracy? The Robinson case serves as a gauge of social media's ability to influence public opinion and, consequently, real political processes. This is forcing onto us uncomfortable realities about the balance of power in our interconnected world. As the lines between online influence and physical authority continue to blur, we are left to wonder if a fundamental shift is taking place in the way justice is administered and public opinion is shaped. This case's tragic conclusion demonstrates how social media may have both positive and negative effects. The risks of misinformation and increased tensions limit the ability to elevate marginalized perspectives and challenge injustice. We must confront these complexities going forward and find a balance between Twitter's democratizing potential and the need for responsible, fact-based discourse.